What's up everyone, it's Joshua here. For those of you interested in learning music theory, this video is for you, so let's dive on in. Ledger lines in music are used to read notes that extend above or below the staff. Check out part 1 and part 2 of this series if you haven't already to learn how to read notes on the staff using the treble clef and the bass clef. The musical alphabet that we use to read notes on the staff consists of A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Since those are the notes that we use in music as a whole, we're going to use the same letters for the notes on the ledger lines. Starting with the treble clef, the notes on the lines are E, G, B, D, and F going from the bottom to the top. The notes in the spaces are F, A, C, and E going from the bottom to the top. If we start on the E at the bottom of the staff, the note names move alphabetically from line to space all the way to the top. We can start to read our ledger lines above the treble staff by continuing this pattern of counting our note names alphabetically since our notes are moving up. Starting on the top line F, the next note in a space will be G, and then the first ledger line will be A. The next space will be B, the second ledger line will be C, and it continues from there, alternating from line to space. In order to read our ledger lines below the treble staff, we count our note names reverse alphabetically since our notes are moving down. Starting on the bottom line E, the next note in a space will be D, and then the first ledger line will be C. This C is known as middle C, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about it later. But moving on, the next space will be B, the second ledger line will be A, and it continues from there, alternating from line to space. Now we can use the same strategy for the ledger lines above and below the bass staff. The notes on the lines are G, B, D, F, and A, going from the bottom to the top. The notes in the spaces are A, C, E, and G going from the bottom to the top. If we start on the G at the bottom of the staff, the notes move alphabetically from line to space all the way to the top, just like on the treble staff. Starting on the top line A and moving alphabetically, the next note in a space will be B, and then the first ledger line will be C. This is where we find middle C again, but on the bass staff. Again, more on that later. Moving on, the next space will be D, the second ledger line will be E, and it continues from there, alternating from line to space. Starting on the bottom line G and moving reverse alphabetically, the next note in a space will be F, and then the first ledger line will be E. The next space will be D, the second ledger line will be C, and it continues from there, alternating from line to space. If this video is bringing any value to you, please let me know in the comments and be sure to hit that like button as well. Another way we can read ledger lines is by going back to the primary notes on our lines and our spaces. Starting with the treble staff, we have E, G, B, D, and F on the lines of our staff. If we start on the top F and continue to move up the lines, we have F, A, C, and E. If we start on the bottom line E and continue to move down the lines, we have F, A, C, and E again, keeping in mind that the letters move alphabetically on the way up and reverse alphabetically on the way down. We can notice a pattern of our note groups alternating from F, A, C, E to E, G, B, D, F to F, A, C, E again. Let's keep going. We have F, A, C, and E in the spaces of our staff. If we start on the top E and continue to move up the spaces, we have E, G, B, D, and F. If we start on the bottom F and continue to move down the spaces, we have E, G, B, D, and F again. We can notice a similar pattern of our note groups alternating from E, G, B, D, F to F, A, C, E to E, G, B, D, F again. Let's move over to the bass staff now. We have G, B, D, F, and A on the lines of our staff. If we start on the top A and continue to move up the lines, we have A, C, E, and G. And if we start on the bottom G and continue to move down the lines, we have A, C, E, and G again. We can notice a pattern of our note groups alternating from A, C, E, G to G, B, D, F, A to A, C, E, G again. Let's keep going. We have A, C, E, and G in the spaces of our staff. If we start on the top G and continue to move up the spaces, we have G, B, D, F, and A. And if we start on the bottom A and continue to move down the spaces, we have G, B, D, F, and A again. We can notice a similar pattern of our note groups alternating from G, B, D, F, A to A, C, E, G to G, B, D, F, A again. As we wrap up this video, let's circle back around to middle C that I mentioned earlier. We have middle C just below the treble staff and middle C just above the bass staff. This one note acts as a bridge that connects both the treble staff and the bass staff. And when we put both of them together, they create the grand staff. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.